Da-da-da-dum. It's day 18 of the Warboss Tay 2015 May Painting Challenge, and here are the final pieces of the puzzle. If we take a look at our little librarian, I have, you will notice, taken him off his temporary base. I've attached the backpack with a little bit of glue. Oops. I've finished the varnishing. It's mostly the same sort of semi-gloss finishes on the backpack. You might notice that certain portions I have done a more matte finish on, namely the parchment and the cloth, because those are materials that would not have any shine to them. So, and I'm holding, I've inserted, he's got a pin in his foot. Whew. This is to attach him more firmly to the base. The base is also done. I've given, I've given the surface of the base a very matte finish, while the rim is a bit more glossy. So, how to assemble this? Well, I considered putting a pin in this guy as well, but then, yeah, it's too finicky. He's gonna be able to lie. If a bit of super glue and he'll be fine. And I intend to place him here because I think it would be interesting to have the severed head fall precisely in the target, or the sun symbol. and have this guy standing somewhere like so, over him. Voilà. Now I'm not going to do this actual attachment on camera, because if I try to do this work so you can see it, I will wind up drilling in the wrong angle and supergluing my fingers to everything in sight. It's gonna be messy. I have to be really careful and do this carefully. But in the meantime, here's something else for you to watch while I work. Just as a little teaser, these are my Call of Cthulhu investigators that I'm going to start painting up as my stretch goal for this challenge. They are primed in a light gray and ready for painting. What's this? It's mummies on parade! And they have proper glowing red eyes now. But otherwise they look kind of crap, to be honest, but what does it matter? It's just bones. You're not here to see them anyway. You're here to see this guy. Now, he is posed properly on his base and with the severed head. There's just something missing. I mean, if you sever a head from its body, there should be some blood, shouldn't there? Yes, there should. And we're going to work on some blood effects. To do this, we need a disposable palette. We also need Tamiya Clear Red, and we need some black ink. We also need a cheap synthetic brush, and for later stages we will also need something, some other stuff. But first off, this technique for blood effects, I've seen a couple of places on the net. I think I first learned it from Chris Bello, miniwargaming.com. I've seen other people copy it. I'm not sure if he was the first, but I'm putting down quite a lot of this stuff. I've seen people do it with paint instead of ink. That gives it a different look. If you use black paint or dark brown paint, you will get a look of dried blood, of coagulated blood. Using the ink to darken the red maintains translucency a bit. So, but you want to be careful with how much you get it put in there. It's, oh man, that was thick. That ink had thickened in the, it's been standing around for a while. Wow. We need to get some more red into this mix. Wash out the brush. Open up the clear red again. And just blend in some of it. Okay, that looks better. So, what am I going to use this for? Well, let's see if I can do this. We're going to put some here. Like a pool of blood. And you can see that it has quite a bit of translucency still. Add a little bit more black here. But that's not enough. That's not enough. We want more gore. We want it to look really, really, really nasty. And to do that, we have to combine this paint mixture with some glue. I'm going to use this. This is called Karlssons Klister in Sweden. It's under the Uhu brand these days. I think it's available in other countries called just Uhu. It's a kind of clear glue. It's not PVA glue. It's kind of a slow-acting super glue. It doesn't actually say what the active ingredient is. Anyway, you put some into the paint and ink mixture. And now you don't use a brush, you use something disposable. I'm going to use a cocktail stick. And stir this mixture around, and you can see that it's kind of goopy, stringy. I need more glue to get the right consistency to it. This takes, you got to do this by feel, sort of by seat of your pants. And because I want it to look as if it was flowing from the neck down onto this thing. Yeah. I might need to build this up in a few layers. I'm not sure if that's enough. But that's a good start. You can see there's a... Oops. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, it looks really nasty. And I do want to add some to the sword. Now, I know, fluff-wise, it's a power sword, and that's encased in the force field of some kind, isn't it? And so it shouldn't really, blood shouldn't stick to it. But screw that. It looks cooler if we just put a little dab of something on the tip here. It's just hanging off like it's just about to fall off. Oops, it's a bit stringy. And this is done live, unprepared. Oops. I'm going to draw out the strings. So there's a bit of goop there. It just looks cooler that way. Now I'm going to let this dry and perhaps keep working at it. I might build it up some more over time, but basically this is the effect I'm going for. I kind of want it to be more a bigger pile of there. Oh, nice. That looks good. That looks as if it's a huge outflowing. Now, how much blood would you have inside a head? Who would have thought the old man had so much blood in him? Yeah. This is looking pretty nice. As I said, oops, I have to stay in frame. I'm gonna keep working at this a little bit. You know what? I'd completely forgotten about the question of the day. The question of the day is, if I had lots and lots of money to spend on a miniature line, army, what have you, what would I go out and buy a complete set of? Well, I would buy everything from Mears Miniatures. Mears Miniatures is a company in the UK. It's spelled M-I-E-R-C-E. They produce a line called the Darklands and some others called Bane Beasts. I think those are the brands they have. And they are just really, really good looking sculpts and interesting concepts for miniatures. And I want more of those. Anyway, this dude, I am going to call him done for now, unless something radical happens. I might want to add some more blood so that, I don't know if you can see it, I want it to build it up a little more just here where it comes out of the neck. That would require more layers and letting the glue dry between each layer. So that might take some time. I need to clean up the rim here a bit because it's got some strands of red glue on them. But it's 99.9% done. When I consider it 100% done, I'm going to take some still pics and show them off. But tomorrow, starting tomorrow, the majority of my work is going to be on those Call of Cthulhu minis. Well, pulp adventures, whatever you want to call them. So, join me tomorrow for that. And in the meantime, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. You know the drill. This is Doc Eon, signing off.